Let's puzzle. A dog bit a hole in the officer's pocket without him knowing. This puzzle is supposed to demonstrate his kindness. Oh, looks like he's yelling. Perfect. I want you to search the entire area shown on this map. Take any route you want, but report how many times you turned in the process. You're free to turn left or right, but U-turns are strictly forbidden. The Bobbies completed their shift and returned to report their turns. Judging by the reports, though, it seems at least one man wasn't telling the truth. Mark the liars with an X. Okay, so it's not a simple even-odd parity. Okay, so in order to get back to the entrance, so you could do like a really simple turn left, turn left, turn left, turn right. So that's 3 lefts and a right. I have a feeling that it's going to turn out to be something where there's a simple formula for all possible movement patterns, and one of these numbers isn't going to fit the formula. You could also do something along the lines of a left, a right, and a right. So 1 left and 3 rights. So 3 left and 1 right is possible. 1 left and 3 rights is possible. I think these are the only patterns, and then you have to have a left and a right cancel each other out, right? So if you had a left, a right, a right, a right, and a right. So that would look like this. A left, a right, right, and a right. That's 2 lefts and 3 rights. So if you do 2 lefts, that gets you turned around, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 4 rights in that case. So 3 left, 1 right. 1 left, 3 right. And then you just have to be able to cancel out. You either need to have 4 of a single one, or an even number of lefts and rights. So every left will cancel out a right. I assume when it says a U-turn, it doesn't mean like a left and a left. Like this isn't a U-turn. A U-turn would be going back the way you came on the same road. Oh, search the entire area. Oh, interesting. That's the part that I missed. So there must be a way to show that the guy who took 88 couldn't have taken 88, or the odd numbers can't work. So if I were to go all the way to the end, 1 left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think it's just the odd numbers that can't happen. I'm gonna try it.
This should do the trick.
Okay.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Okay. So I arrived at the right answer, but there was a much easier rationale for getting there. So that wasn't too bad. Each chunk of copper ore has the value of 1, each silver chunk has a value of 3, and each gold chunk has a value of 5. So, the obvious first pick is this one, which has 9. This one also has 9. That one's also 9. That one's 9. There has to be a way to get more than 9. Five contiguous squares. Nine's the obvious answer. I can find nines all over the board. Yeah, 9 is a solid number. As far as numbers are concerned, 9 is one of them. Is there any path between 2 golds that are 5? Or 5 square? These 2 gold ones are too far apart. And that one's too far apart from the other 2. Another way to do it is if I could just match 3 silvers. That doesn't look like that's gonna happen. These 2 silvers are very close to each other, and I could connect them. But I can't get to the other one. Gold and 2 silvers would be more than enough. Is that it? That's 10. I don't see a way for me to get more than 10.
This should do the trick. And there we have it.
Was feeling for a second there, Myth, like you couldn't go above 9, so I also was not sure what was going to happen if we were going to have to invent a new number. It did feel like a new number was going to come into existence right as we needed it. Father's always done what he wants, regardless of who objects. He's that way with everyone, even his sons. It's no wonder my younger brother always seems so irritated with him. Even so, he and I must endure Father's whims, because, as the next in line to rule Folsense, we cannot leave this town, even if we want to. We are stewards of this town, and we must stay here to watch over it. No longer able to tolerate Father's selfish ways, my younger brother has left Folsense for good. Strangely enough, Father doesn't seem affected by it at all. If anything, he only seems more focused on excavating even more gold from the mines. Is that miserable ore worth so much to him? I'm beginning to think that I will never understand that man. Demon. You are a demon. So we're doing this one again, huh? Yes? Okay. God.
Let's see if this works.
That was annoying.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
A no roses sign. Please do not bring your own roses. We have plenty of roses. The roses are for paying customers only. Yeah, we still have Demon Flora. And I'm absolutely ready to get rid of her, if you know what I mean. Hey, impending disaster. Look, I'm just ready to dump the body in the lake. Capital idea. Sugar-coated choco extra sweet. So sweet it makes your hair stand on end. A good cuppa can serve any problem. What's up, uglier goblin? A vintage puzzle. This vase holds 101 stones, each identical in size and feel. There are 50 black stones and 51 white stones. Now put on this blindfold, reach in, and pull out as many stones as you'd like. When you're finished, if you've removed an equal number of black and white stones, you'll receive a number of gold pieces equal to the number of stones you pulled out. How many stones should you remove to give yourself the best possible chance of removing equal numbers of stones while gaining the most money possible? 100? That's not even hard. I don't get out of bed for 20 picarots.
My theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
At 100 stones, you have a 50-50 chance. Wake me up when you've got at least a 35 picarot puzzle. Well, he didn't let us in. So how am I? He's like, business is slow. I wanted to go into the business. Unikitten, thank you so much for the raid. But he was like, you have to give me your hat. And a gentleman never takes off his hat. Puzzle number 69. The menu... I am not a gentleman. The menu you see here has been folded into thirds with print on both sides, meaning in total there are 6 pages to it. The boss needs lots of copies, but your copy machine can copy a maximum of 2 adjacent menu pages at once. To save time, you want to complete a copy of the menu as few passes through the machine as possible. What's the fewest number of passes through the machine you need to create a full duplicate of the menu? 3? If you fold flap D down, then you can still see A. So you can photocopy A and D together, and B and C. Oh, I'm sorry. Is E and F not actually menu pages? I don't understand this menu. I'm gonna say 3. Sound Defense, thank you so much for the sub.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Well, 4 was the... Like, you always assume that whatever the obvious answer is, you can do better than that. So 4 was the obvious one. I just had to figure out how to get 3. A ghostly puzzle. Ooh, yikes, there's a ghost in the forest. Or so you thought until you realized that the specter hovering in front of you was just a figure cut out of wood hanging from a branch. Looking around the area, you notice 4 pieces of wood scattered in the grass. Which one of these wooden slabs was the ghost cut from? Alright, well, it's definitely not A. A has way too long of a tail. So B, C, and D are okay in that regard. It's got 5 fingers, and D only has 4 fingers, so you're out now. So it's just B or C. And C doesn't have shoulders. C, like, looks like the hands are attached to the waist. God, what sort of creature are you?
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Very interesting imagery. Oh, you want some tea, bro? Well, I can only make 3 types. Okay, so something restorative. Mild hint of spice. I mean, this sounds correct. I've only figured out how to make 3 types of tea, and I'm doing really good at it. I'm sorry, but if you can't brew tea at a full sprint, I don't think you're allowed to call yourself British. Is the dog gonna give us a puzzle? we're we're gonna brew him a nice cuppa and he's gonna let us go. Teams of horses are participating in tug-of-war matches. All teams are drawn from an 8-horse stable. The first 3 matches end in a draw. If you want the 4th match to result in a draw as well, which horses should be on the team pulling against E and F? Tap your picks. So A, B, C, D is equal to E, F, G, H. Alright. Christ, this is like algebra. So I want E, F to be evenly matched. So EF is equal to DA minus H. So I need to find the equivalent of DA minus H. ABCD is equal to EFGH. HCB is equal to GA. HCB is equal to GA. I know that DA is actually equal to E, F, G, H minus BC. HCB is equal to GA. So I need to figure out what H is. And H is conveniently GA minus CB. Is equal to H. H is GA minus CB. I can't help but think I'm overthinking this, but I really don't feel like I am. Alright, let's back it up a little bit. I need to figure out what EF is. I need to figure out something that is equivalent to EF. EF is equal to dA minus H. So if I could figure out what the equivalent of dA minus H is, so based on the original matchup, dA minus H would be equal to E F G minus BC. So G and BC are actually balanced then. G is equal to BC. Which means A is equal to H? So G is equal to BC then. Because we know that EF is equal to dA minus H, and dA minus H is also equal to EF and then G minus BC. So G and BC are equivalent. Which means that A is equivalent to H. Which means just D should be able to pull EF. D by itself should be able to pull EF, if I'm not mistaken. D and EF. C and B are equal to G. And H is equal to A. I think that works. I think that works. I think it's just D.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Cool. Nothing can stop the D. That's a cool problem. I've never seen a puzzle quite like that. I really enjoyed that. Candy for 5. Box of 4 different kinds of delectable candy arranged in no particular order. Your job is to divide these treats into 5 equal portions using your stylus. To do so, you need to make sure each portion contains the exact same number and variety of snacks. Furthermore, all the sweets in a single portion must be connected to each other vertically or horizontally, but not diagonally. Got it. Okay, so there are 5 hard candies. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these 5-piece, whatever they are. 5 of these rolls. And 5 of these wrapped candies. So there needs to be 2 of the 5s and 1 of everything else. So something like this would be valid. Maybe that's a good start, I don't know. That one works. That one works. This will not work. These 3 right in the middle are going to make this one not work. Yeah, I think these 3 right here are going to make connecting things up kind of difficult. I think this works. Oh, thanks, Darklink.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Candies taste like raw garlic. Yeah, there's like a debriefing after every single puzzle where it gives you some feedback on the solution. Yeah, I mean, some of the puzzles, there's not really good feedback you can provide. Like, this one's just going to color all the paths so you can see it more clearly. Someone put garlic cloves in this intricate container, and they're really stinking up the room. Use the 2 corks below to help our friend deal with the smell. This will be easier if I make little marks for myself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just these 2.
Let's see if this works.
Oh.
Well, I'm stumped.
Whoops. Alright. Let's see. So I'm starting with this one. We've got a junction there. Which leads back to here. Okay, I'm happy with where that cork is. So now I'm doing this one. Junction there. Which leads to here. I don't understand. Shouldn't those corks be sufficient then? So what's the deal with this? Wait a second. What's going on with this guy? It's connected to this one over here, isn't it? Why is... Okay, so what's going on with this one? Doesn't that one lead to this tube right here? Do the flowers not make it out? I'm very confused. The flowers look like they just loop back on themselves. I don't get it, then.
Let's see if this works. Looks like I botched that one.
Is there somewhere else I can put the... Oh my god.
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
I'm actually mad at that. It's one of these. Clover leaf and something. I might be missing the third ingredient. I just don't have what I need. Any toke? I would have assumed it was Briskberry. It says revitalizing and restoring. That felt like that should have been something. Unfortunately, my tea was exceedingly poisonous. A stack of dice. You stack 3 dice in a column at the points where 2 dice touch. The faces that are touching add up to 5. If one visible face of that bottom die is showing a 1, what number must be on the top face of the top die? Is there a trick to this that I'm not getting? Oh, I see. Okay. So then that means this will be 4. This will be 1. Let's see. So, the only thing it can't be on the bottom would be a 6. Backside of this one is a 6. Backside of this one is a 6. Hey, Tormod. This feels like it's missing some real, problems. This is missing details, it feels like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I feel like I'm missing details. There's a 3 on the back here. And there's a 6 on the back here. There's a 6 on the back here. How might that help me? Are you saying because my numbers on the back would have to be wrong in that case? Because that's not possible. It wouldn't be possible to assign them in such a way that both the front and the back and the sides all add up to 5 anyway. I feel like this is missing a lot of details I care about. So these two together should add up to 5. So this has to be 4, right? And that makes this a 1 as well. So where... How does that give me enough to know? I don't have 3 dice readily available. I'd have to go through my closet and find my dice bag. So it's simply not possible for this statement right here to be true for all 4 sides simultaneously. Because the opposite of a 1 on a die is a 6. And 6 plus nothing is 5. There's no value you can add to, like, I can't, there's no configuration that works. Okay, so I think it has to be only referring to the blue faces shown. So only the ones that are on the visible side. I'm currently theorizing that that's what they're going for here. So if I've got a 1 and a 2, that means 6 and 5 are taken. 3 and 4 are the only possible options, right? Actually, hold on. So if I put 2 here, I would have to get a 3 here and a 4 here, which simply isn't possible. Like, that can't happen. So maybe I need a 3 here and a 2 and a 4 here, which could work. That's something that could happen. So now I have 3 and 1 here. So the remaining side be a 6, a 4, 2, and a 5. I don't know, a 2 or a 5? Maybe I just don't understand the question. I feel like I need to take a hint just so I can have the game explain the problem to me better. This doesn't feel like it's been explained to me well enough. You've stacked 3 dice in a column. At the points where 2 dice touch, the faces that are touching add up to 5. If one visible face of the bottom die is showing a 1, what number must be at the top face of the top die? Which I assume it's asking about this face right here. How is everyone understanding this problem and I'm missing some big detail? This does not seem like it explains itself well enough. I don't understand. Am I misunderstanding what it means? I think it's saying that this face and this face have to add up to 5. Is that not correct? Oh! Oh! The touching faces add up to 5. So it has to be a 2 and a 3 in here. On the inside, there has to be a 2 and a 3 in here. Because the only other configuration that would work is a 1 and a 4. And I see the 1. So there's a 2 and a 3 inside here. Which means that there is a... So if I assume that the one that's on the bottom here facing up is a 2, then that makes it a 3 here, which means if there's a... Hold on, sorry. There's a 2 here. Let me just write it like this. Okay, so I've got these dice. If I've got a 2 here, then I've got a 3 here, which means I've got a 4 here, and a 1 here, which puts a 6 on top. The only other configuration that could happen is if I had the 3 here, which would mean a 2 here, which would put a 5 on the other side, which wouldn't be possible. So this one has to be the right one. It has to be a 6.
Consider this puzzle solved.
I didn't
And
understand
there we have
it.
it.
I just didn't understand the way it was worded. The wording probably could have been better, in my opinion. I appreciate you, G. I'm sorry, you don't put a diaper on your dog? If you say so. Yeah, I assumed two dice faces touching was like that, not flat against each other. I mean, once I understood what it was trying to say, it was obvious. So I need something that's good for the skin. Which one of these is supposedly good for the skin? Let me see what she said again. Soothing tea, soothing, brighten up skin, and vitamins. I had something that was for soothing. I guess relaxing is the same thing. I did it. I'm a brain genius. Hey, Bronzo. Sure is going good. so glad that they wrote unique dialogue for every single piece of this puzzle. This not getting monotonous at all. Spot the differences.
This should do the trick. Ha! Wonderful.
Good. I'm a little bit slower, so you'll have to wait for me for a second, but I'll catch up. Don't worry. I'll get there probably. Oh.
And now to test my theory.
Missing window.
And there we have it.
Just leave it to me.
Where did you come from?
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
So there are 4 distinct shapes floating in the sky, but each of these is actually made up of 4 identical parts. Which of the following is the base part used to make all of these shapes? I think it's going to end up being C. Yeah, I think it's C.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Oh no. Is this gonna be another one of those? Okay, no, good. I thought it was gonna be another one of those, like, find the hat shape in the giant mess. Okay, so the original one had all of them on. And then we got this in the second round. So that means it turned off this shape. Then it added these back. Then it turned on these and took away these. Then it took away this one. Oh. It's just the letters, but they're up against each other. A, B, C, D, E, F. Got it.
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
Easy peasy. Tonic flower. I figured out I was going about the tea all wrong. You wait till someone asks you to make tea, and then and they're basically giving you ingredient list with their request. Yeah, we don't like Luke. In this chat, canonically, we do not care for Luke. He's not a good boy.